For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Greeting, guys. It is me here with a message of the kingdom of heaven. Guys. Guys, John, this dude, guys, he blows my mind. The way he's speaking, you can tell that this person is speaking with pride. Guys, he's so proud. He's proud of Daddy. You understand? This person, guys, is appreciating what Daddy has done. Guys, he is the guy who said, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. The Word was with God. You understand? The revelations that he has of Jesus. Guys, I'm not comparing them. But the Gospel of John is different from the Gospel of Mark, Luke, and Matthew in a way that John has revelations. Am I saying that is better? No, I cannot say that is better. They are all equally good. But that guy comes with revelations. That's why he is the guy who came with the book of Revelations. Guys, that's why he has the letters, First John, you understand? This guy, guys, is filled, he's packed with so much revelations. Guys, he reminds me of Paul. My Paul, guys, my stubborn one. Guys, anyway, here, guys, I'm reading about this and I sit and I'm like, these people, they know how to appreciate. Guys, these people, they know how to appreciate. Guys, sometimes I look at Daddy and I'm like, Daddy, you'll swear you're not a God. Guys, you'll swear Daddy is not a God. Guys, even, before Daddy revealed, the truth to me, telling me that, listen, actually, you are my daughter, because I started dealing with him, guys, at age 14. I was still young, you understand, when he started revealing, Jesus to me, when he started revealing, things pertaining to the kingdom of heaven, So from that time on, guys, we became so close, you understand? Guys, there's so much bond, you know what I mean? So even though I was calling him God at that time, I knew that, this is a special God, you know what I mean? So when he later said, listen, let me tell you the truth. You're actually my daughter, So for me, I sit and I'm like, that man, guys, I love that man, guys, so much. I appreciate so much what is done. Guys, when you look at Jesus, there at the Garden of Gethsemane, guys, when I think about the prayer, he prayed. He says, Father, let this cup be taken away from me. And guys, it's because that prayer was coming from pain. Jesus, guys, was pained. And if he had stopped there, guys, I don't know what would have become of me. Guys, I don't know what would have become of me. He says, guys, he says, my soul is sorrowful to the point of death. Guys, he felt so much pain. So I sit, guys, and I think about him and I'm like, if I had known, guys, if I was there and I knew what he came to do, I would have squeezed him so much. And guys, I would have squeezed him and said to him, hold on. It's about to be over. You understand? Guys, the very people who wanted his blood were the people who killed him, were the people who got him out of the world. You understand? So I sit, guys, and think, and sometimes it's like, Daddy, it's like you, guys, it's like he's not a God. Guys, when you are a child and your parent is a judge, when they're sitting in that court seat, you're looking at a judge, but when you get home, you are dealing with your parents. So with me, because he's Daddy, he's my father, at the same time he's God. But I don't think of him as God because, guys, I think about the pain he went through when Satan abducted us, when Adam killed us, when Daddy lost his kids. Ever since then, guys, the man had been sad thinking about his kids. So he's asking Jesus, please go down there. Please go down there and grab my children. I want back my children. Guys, he could have gone to Mars or Jupiter. I don't know, guys, if you understand, and had more kids there. But he decided to come back here because he was thinking about me. He was thinking about you. So I sit, guys, and I want to protect him. Guys, I want to protect him. I don't want anything, guys. I don't want him to feel the pain anymore, guys. He's like my egg. Guys, I'm always thinking about Daddy. Every day you will swear that he's not a God because you'll be like, but he's a God. He can take care of himself. He's a grown-up man. He can. Guys, I don't care. I just don't want him to be hurt anymore. Guys, I sit and I tell Daddy, I said, Daddy, at least you've got Jesus. You've got a son like that. A son who cares about you. At least you had Paul, you had Peter, you had James, you had John, you had Mark, you had Luke, you had Jeremiah, you had David, you had Solomon, you had Caleb, you had Joshua. Guys, I tell Daddy, you had Moses, people who cared about you. I want to be like that, guys. Guys, is there something wrong with me? Guys, sometimes I think there's something wrong with me. Guys, is there something wrong with me? And then I look at people opening churches and preaching their own beliefs. Guys, taking away the work of Jesus. Guys, Jesus is losing followers speedily, and people are following pastors because they are preaching exactly what is contrary to what Jesus is saying. Guys, insulting that blood. Guys, this is a man who felt the pain. Guys, when Jesus was on the cross, he says, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Why have you forsaken me? Why? Because he thought Daddy had forsaken him. But no, Daddy was sitting there looking at Jesus, and he was looking at his son. And he was like, damn, my son, I love so much. But we had to go through that pain because I need Nini back. If you don't go back to that pain, Nini can't come back to me, even if she wants to. Because I need Mandy back. Because I need Steve back. Because I need Cindy back. I don't know, guys, if you understand. Because guys, Daddy was thinking about you. Are you Kelvin? He was thinking about you. But without Jesus' blood, he couldn't have gotten you back. So I sit and I'm like, Jesus, Daddy has rewarded you, but I've not. Guys, it's difficult to obey Daddy when you look at people sinning left, right, and center. Guys, when people are running after sex outside marriage and you run away from that because you're thinking about that blood. You're thinking about someone who felt the pain. Someone who was taking away that pain because I should have been on that cross because I did that. Guys, when you look at people running after money, loving money, and I run away from that and I sit and I'm like, I can't insult that blood. I should have been on that cross, feeling that pain. When I see people, guys, running after the things of the world, calling them blessings, I run away from that because I'm thinking about that blood. Guys, every day, guys, is Daddy's day for me. I wake up in the morning and I say, Daddy, thank you. I wake up in the morning, I say, my Lord, thank you. Because every day it's Daddy's day. Guys, there are days we celebrate here on earth. We celebrate Christmas Day. We're claiming guys, we're claiming that it's Jesus' day, yet we don't even know his date of birth. Oh, guys, forget about me. I've got no filter. Guys, hypocrisy. Guys, stop thinking about me right now. This nonsense, guys, I'm thinking about because, guys, I think about it, dude. We celebrate birthdays. We celebrate Father's Days. We celebrate Mother's Days. Guys, I sit and I'm thinking about Daddy's Day. And I'm like, Daddy, I need to appreciate you. You are underappreciated here on earth. You are underappreciated. Jesus went through so much. You felt so much pain. Watching Jesus there on the cross crying. You were thinking about me. You're thinking about this person. But we open churches and we pray to Mary. We open churches and we say there's no hell. We open churches and we say that you work together with ancestors. We open churches and we say that, guys, we say that you are giving us riches. We should love the things of the world. We say, once saved, saved forever. We're still writing more books contradicting your word. You are underappreciated. Guys, we are underappreciating that man. So guys, today I'm just speaking about appreciating him. What do you do to appreciate him? What do you do to appreciate him? If you are a sheep, what do you do to appreciate him? Guys, recently I was speaking about, the fact that daddy needs you still fresh and strong and fit, because we tend to think that people who should love him are people who are old and wrinkled, people who look like chiffon, people who look like a crimpling, guys, a crimpling is actually a shrunk material. We used to laugh at people, back in the days when I was a kid, though. So you better forgive me. When I was a kid, people used to be so shrunk, guys, they would look like crimpling. It's not like nowadays where people will have cosmetic makeups, running away from being old, running away from old age, back in the days, guys, people used to be shrunk. They used to look, so we used to laugh at them. You know what I mean? So nowadays, either people die early before they get to that stage, or they have these cosmetic makeup, running away. So I was speaking about the fact that Jesus wants us still fresh and strong, you know what I mean? And guys, we tend to give our youth, to men who beat us. To men who cheat on us, you know what I mean? We give our youth to women who play with our love, How about giving it to someone, guys, who will never use your love against you? Guys, how about give your youth to someone who loves you, someone who died for you? Guys, I tend to speak like this because I sit and I'm like, Daddy, you'll swear you're not a God, because guys, he's my daddy. Guys, I think about him and I love that man so much, when he tells me every day, he says, I love you so much, my baby. There was a day where, in fact, it was last month, I can't remember, or 2 months back, he was saying, you are such a good daughter. And I was shocked because Dad is always shouting at me, I always think I'm wrong, because he tends to shout in advance. So when he was saying, I'm a good daughter, I was shocked. I was like, what? Really? Because guys, I want to be perfect for Dad. Guys, I look at Jesus and I'm like, Dad, I'm so happy you've got Jesus. I always tell him, I said, guys, I'm so, I tell him, Daddy, I'm so happy you've got Jesus, a kid who loves you, a child who loves you like that. And I'm happy you got back Mark, John, Luke, Peter, James, I sit and I'm like, Dad, I'm happy. This generation has underappreciated you. Guys, people are living in sin. People are dead again spiritually because they care about themselves. Because, guys, people are selfish, telling you about your plans. I want this. What about him? Guys, sometimes I like, damn, Nini, you don't even know how to pray. Guys, it's because I'm always thinking about that man has done enough. Jesus, guys, has done enough. He brought back my daddy, So we tend to think that people who should appreciate and love him are people who are old and wrinkled. When you are ready to go to old age, when your kids are about to pack you on inside a suitcase and drop you off at old age, you'll swear it's a movie, when you see terrorists, on an aeroplane, dropping a bomb, down here. Kids do that. They put their parents or guys inside a suitcase and drop them off at old age because they don't want them anymore. So we tend to think that you should appreciate Daddy when you are old and wrinkled. No, guys, he just wants people he wants back his children who will appreciate him. Children, guys, who will show him that, what? Thank you, Daddy. Thank you so much. Guys, I love that man. I think about the things he's done. And I think, guys, about the fact that, Jesus, is there, at the Garden of Gethsemane, and he's crying and he says, Eli, 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 Elama Sabachthani. And guys, I sit and I think about that pain and I'm like, thank you, my Lord. And guys, I appreciate him in different ways. So today I'm just asking you, what is it that you do? What is it that you do that you show Daddy that you appreciate him after obeying him, though? Because I don't want hypocrisy. Guys, it's hypocrisy when you claim to be worshiping him. Already he's got hypocrites claiming, crying crocodile tears in churches. You understand? I don't know, guys. I'm not talking about hypocrisy. His cup is full with that. every Sundays and during midweek services, he's got people under appreciating him, living in sin, but going to church and cry crocodile tears, under appreciating him, living in sin. So after you've started obeying him, what is it that you do? Guys, I would have squeezed Jesus, given him so much, squeezed him and said, hold on, you know what I mean? So guys, that is what I'm asking you. What is it that you do to appreciate him? Until next.